Well, now to Cleburne County, where a family is upset with the City of Greers Ferry for placing a surveillance camera across the street from their home. They say it infringes on their Fourth Amendment privacy right. Channel 7's Andrew Mobley paid them a visit and has more tonight. Andrew.
Nobody wants to be under 24-hour surveillance at their own residence by a government entity.
The Greers Ferry Police Department installed the camera in May to the objections of Charlie and Angie Wolf, a retired couple who moved to the area 3 years ago seeking the peaceful solitude of life in the country. The Wolfs, who are very private, say the camera, a Flock Safety brand license plate reader, has been taking pictures of their property, activated every time a car drives by or pulls in or out of their driveway.
There's no way we can come or go without them knowing. It's beyond upsetting.
When Charlie complained to the police chief and later the city council, he felt they were dismissive.
Initial phone call with the chief, it was, we're not moving it, it's there for a reason, keep it on the down low.
Charlie says that in a surveillance photo the Greers Ferry police chief showed him, he could clearly see his driveway and front yard. Through the Freedom of Information Act, he has requested all the photos he can to see the extent of the camera's surveillance of his property, but hasn't received any yet. It's all made his family so uncomfortable, he says their grandchildren don't visit their house anymore.
They don't want to come here, so we're going to visit them.
The City of Greers Ferry said it installed the camera and others around town in response to recent car break-ins and thefts.
The thefts that went on here, they broke into, I think, around 23 vehicles.
Shepard said that when police in Searcy were able to catch car thieves using Flock Safety branded license plate reading cameras, Greers Ferry saw an opportunity to fill a public safety gap in a cost-effective way, since the town is low on police officers and can't afford to hire more. So it got a contract with Flock Safety and bought 5 cameras for about $17,000.
We don't really have the resources to put in another officer and do more patrolling, but these cameras being at a few of our major intersections through town would be a way to capture some of these images of thefts or stolen vehicles.
But the Wolves aren't the only Greers Ferry residents concerned about their privacy.
We've really not aimed it at anybody's house in any ill intent. Most of them are on the state highways where people aren't living, and I think you're going to have that controversy with it. To that though, if you had a child abducted or something and that life was saved, is there really a price that you can put on that child's life?
But the thing is, the Wolves don't even live in city limits. They're in the county. Greers Ferry says it had an agreement with the county to install the camera on county land. But one quorum court member says there may have been a misunderstanding.
I just heard the judge say that he misunderstood what they were asking him for, and he thought that the camera was going to be in city limits.
When Charlie couldn't convince the city to move the camera, he reached out to his representatives for help. When he approached Beavers, his JP, and the rest of the quorum court, they shared his concerns.
Those that did speak said, yeah, that needs to be taken down or moved inside city limits. It does not need to be outside city limits, especially if there's a county citizen that's upset with that filming his property.
Charlie also reached out to the Institute for Justice, a nonprofit law firm whose mission is to defend constitutional rights. The Institute told Channel 7 that the Colorado and South Dakota Supreme Courts have ruled that temporary police video surveillance of criminal suspects without a warrant violated the Fourth Amendment.
They were looking at criminal suspects and the cameras were up for a limited period of time. Here we have the government pointing a camera at an innocent family's home for an unlimited period of time. And so I think we have a really egregious potential Fourth Amendment violation here.
I'm in favor of stopping crime, but at what cost? If the government takes this small step, then they take very incrementally small steps further and further. And the next thing, 5 years down the road, they got a camera facing everybody's front door in the community.
At the insistence of Cleburne County, Greers Ferry ultimately agreed to move the camera in front of the Wolf's house within city limits by next Friday. In the meantime, the city has requested Flock disable the camera. But Beavers doesn't think it's quite over yet.
Possibly more than one camera is not in the city limits. And I'm not sure if the judge is aware of that, but I plan to make him aware of it.
That aside, at the heart of the story is this question. Where should the line be drawn between public safety and citizens' privacy? On your side, I'm Andrew Mobley.
Now, the Institute for Justice is not representing the Wolf family, but they have sent a letter to Greers Ferry demanding the city remove all its flock safety surveillance cameras.